Our next guest has been helping with evacuation efforts since Wednesday. Jessica Heikes is a manager at 7 Ranch in Cache Creek, BC. And Jessica, thank you for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Hi.
So you took in and have been caring for nearly 30 horses. Can you tell us about when you decided to use your horse training skills to help out with, giving horses a safe haven?
My parents bought this beautiful ranch 4 years ago, and friends of ours on Wednesday said that they needed to move their animals immediately. So we hopped to it and got everything arranged here, and she actually brought them to me. And then on Friday, I had a house sitter booked because I was going to leave for the weekend for a rodeo, and she called me when I canceled and said, "I need you to come immediately. I need to get my horse out of here." And so I said, "Okay, I'm coming." And it was definitely a shock to see how fast everything had, come together, and these two fires had decided that they were really going to take over, and it definitely took a turn for a different direction than what they originally had thought it was going to. And that just turned into a bit of a domino effect of people needing help, which, I mean, if people need help, I'm here to help. These small communities, we like to stick together, and I like to believe that people would help me in that time of need. So it was just something that we knew we had to band together and do. And
so you're currently on your family ranch. Could you show us how some of those horses are doing? You seem popular.
Well, this is this is Toast. She's a mini that came into us from my girlfriend. She's been living with my mini. My other mini, I'm hoping, does not knock my prop up to talk to you guys. He's behind. Boo, up above here, is very excited to see you guys and have some popularity. These are some of our own. It's just really windy here today to show you everybody's that are in pens, but no, everybody's settled in, seem to be fine. I tried to use every tactic I know from being a horse trainer and my mom having horses in my life, my whole life, to keep them calm and stress-free and kind of introduce them to the new environment while everybody else in their own home was quite stressed out. So
yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's really stressful. So these were people that had to flee, right? And they just, obviously,
yes.
You can't bring your horses to an evacuation center. You need to give them somewhere else. So you're for now you're safe, but I think you have some pictures that you also sent to us. The fires, they're nearby, right?
Yeah, they're not very far. I mean, we were having a really rough time with the smoke for a while for our own horses. And I mean, everybody else, it's hard on everybody. But I'm not feeling of any sort of danger. You can see it later in the day, usually, and how it's progressing. But I'm not in any sort of threat at this moment. It seems to be moving the opposite direction.
That is good to hear. So it's moving in the opposite direction, but you said one of the reasons why you couldn't sort of speak to us outside is the winds are pretty high. Are you concerned about the winds, or are those winds blowing in the right direction?
I'm concerned about the people that I know who are on the direction of away. They are blowing away from me. They generally blow away from me. That's why we haven't had any concern of threat. But I am concerned. I'm concerned about Williams Lake as well. They're suffering, and I have friends and family there. So, I mean, we're praying for rain and some sort of stop to this at some point.
What has it been like? Tell me about what you're hearing from friends and family in nearby communities who are more concerned than you are right now that the fires could be coming to them.
I think that the concern is just how close it's gotten to Clinton at this point, and how this fire seems to have really aggressive behavior. It seems to switch pathway and just decide which way it's going in no time flat. I think the concern is mainly for people losing all of their belongings, and I have to say that is a part that I really don't want to speak on. It's been very hard for me to think about people losing everything. And that's why we had no problem opening our arms to their animals. That's definitely not a problem for me. I think the biggest issue is that it's just very aggressive, and it's choosing its path, and it's not letting anything stop it within its way.
Yeah, I can tell that this is emotional for you, obviously, to think about other people and what they're going through. So nice that you're helping out in the best way I think you can by giving a refuge to these beautiful animals around you. In terms of the firefighting effort, does it feel as though there's some progress? Does it feel as though there are enough resources? I mean, do you have a sense of that from what you're hearing?
I think that we're very, very thankful at this point. I hear that we have resources that have come from Ontario or Quebec, I can't remember. And I know we are originally from Vancouver Island, and I have some friends who have come over that work firefighting from there. And I know there's been mass amounts more than just my friends who have come from other places to help us. And I think that everybody's doing the best that they can.
And so, Jessica, do you have an evacuation plan if you need to, or do you feel as though you're going to be okay?
Of course. Yeah. I think with my contacts in rodeo and everything like that, and family connections and everything over here, and great friends, we always have somewhere sort of to go within town after town after town to get further and further away. I've made it very clear to these evacuees that if something was to happen, I can get these horses out as well. And I definitely would have somewhere for all of us to go.
So how many horses do you have at your ranch, and how many have you had to take in from neighbors?
I like to say that we have 3.5 because I have one mini,
Yeah.
but we have 3 and a mini. Normally we have way more with my training, but I had just sold one and we just were kind of we just wanted to take a bit of a break. So right now I think we have 31, and we have 3 cows that are not our own.
And so you have the space for everyone. Everyone's happy. You've got the space.
Yeah. Everybody's learning to coexist happily.
Like an evacuation center, the animals learn too, right? Jessica, thank you. Really good to talk to you, and appreciate that this is obviously emotional for you and for so many people in that area, but appreciate your story. Thank you. Jessica Heikes is a manager at 77 Ranch in Cache Creek, BC, and has been helping with evacuation efforts since Wednesday.